viable strategy for poor DSers. Then
you and I can keep doing double support items, and it's fine.
That's good.
Yeah.
Doesn't work at the high elo. You guys are too competent. Bring it down a notch if you want to try that strategy. All right, there's Aphelios. The Aphelios podcast will be underway at some point. In the meantime, Jankos I talked to him backstage. He talked about playing Blitzcrank. In the chat before the game started, Mikyx said, I'll give you something. Didn't specify what, if you can actually hit a skill shot. So
who dared who?
Mikyx is daring Jankos to hit a skill shot. He doesn't believe that Jankos can hit the skill shot. And Kayn now locked in for Clid, another champion that I absolutely love. Do not think is viable, but I am so happy to be seeing in a show match. Fantastic.
I think it's fine. You just have to fight people when you're weak, and then you're strong.
And then you're strong.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, if he lanes against, or if he ends up playing against Tian's Nunu, this is actually, I would say, a very solid matchup. CoreJJ has option to pick up the Senna for himself. It is possible that CoreJJ could be playing the more supportive role in this lane, taking the support item, and giving...
Faker would play Garen. He's going to lock it.
That is, he does like to do that. We're all flashing back to the Zac game. He did die at All-Stars in mid lane versus the legendary ex-Peke.
Oh, well, so Garen mid is actually good now.
It's just hilariously boring to watch.
But it's actually strong.
Yeah.
I think it's his highest.
No.
I'm going to double check.
There it is, folks. That's what you were saying. You said when you woke up this morning, wherever you are in the world, you said, I want to see Faker Garen. Faker is going to give it to you. And that's
he's going to show you why he often bans this champion in solo queue.
Yeah.
With this
Not
game.
because it's the start of the alpha.
Yeah, so according to Loleanalytics, even though it's 1/10 of the play rate top lane, the mid lane win rate is higher than the top lane win rate on Garen.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to look up the builds.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll pretend you didn't say that and that you just were like really knowledgeable.
It should be the same as all the other builds where it's Trinity Force into like Phantom Dancer or Static Shift. But this is also 9.24, so Garen mid has been nerfed.
Ooh, does Faker know that?
Yeah.
All right, well, here we are. Getting onto the Rift. 5v5, pros versus pros.
Yeah. We're prepared this time for Aphelios, by the way.
We are, 100%. Do you want to go straight into Aphelios, or should we watch the level 1 first?
Let's watch level 1, because it's a Blitzcrank game.
All right, cool. So,
and we have a support Jhin.
Important to note, CoreJJ appears to be taking the supportive role in this lane despite having heal. He has Glacial Augment. It looks like we might be seeing a fight. Jankos, I don't think he can miss a skill shot this way, but he might just be walking face first into 1v1. That's going to be a 2-man snare. Tian looking for the follow-up. Now the chase is going to be coming out. On the retreat there. Going to grab at least one. Uzi on the back line. Extra range from Caliber on the rifle means he will find first blood. Good damage coming in. Is he even going to swap guns at this point? Holding on for now.
Keep the range.
Mikyx has been holding on to it there. Can't swap over to Severum and get the lifesteal and use.
He's dead now.
More damage, but he has overcommitted and will be taken down by CoreJJ. Souls for Senna in the early game, and Jankos is hit a skill shot. And Mikyx, here it goes. It's personal, but you know Jankos is coming out on top. He had to pay his life, but he won his little wager with Mikyx.
Oh my goodness. They're in there. Support Jhin getting that early kill.
It is support Jhin. Interesting. Okay, so the Glacial is intended. That's
AD
cool.
carry Senna is stronger than the other Sennas. Anyway, normally if you're going to invade with the Blitzcrank, you want to hook first before running in. Otherwise, your hook doesn't really do anything. So technically, solo queue advice for all people against Blitzcrank is just 5-stack in a brush, because oftentimes that's actually how you beat it. He's not good in extended level 1 fights. Only good in very quick 5v1 fights. Uzi Greed's up at the top, sticking with his sniper rifle the whole time.
All right, so now we have a brief moment, of course. It is 5 kills already, just a quick cap before we start talking about Aphelios. You got 2 on the bottom side of the map, and the rest is a bit more divided on the blue team side. But Aphelios, interesting to me that Uzi opted to stick with Calibrum. Calibrum, of course, the rifle, 100 extra range, but otherwise doesn't have a lot of remarkable stats additions.
Yeah, so I believe we also have some graphics to give us visual aid for these explanations. The thing when watching this champion is learning what the icons mean in terms of the gun, because it's way easier than just reading the gun. So the green one is the sniper rifle. It gives you 100 extra range. Okay. You get to hold 2 guns at a time, and you can swap between them. So now, he just swapped to purple gun.
Yep.
That's the gravity gun, which slows on auto attack. Now he's on red gun.
Just took a lot of damage.
The red gun heals on attack.
Kayn gonna grab a kill. That's gonna be pretty massive. Uzi can now follow up with the slow. He's level 2 as well, so he gets this done. So that's a kill over to Uzi as well. uses Gravitum.
Yeah, the blue gun is a flamethrower. It gives AoEs. He's not there yet because he needs to run out of his 50 ammo per gun before switching to another gun. So really, once you just go into a game and shoot all 5 guns and learn what color each one is, I think it gets really a lot simpler to watch.
I agree. So as we're hovering through Severum, the Scythe Pistol, Lifesteal attacks, and obviously, guys, it's a little bit more nuanced than a single grab can hold, but that's kind of the simple primer to get you started. Now, as we look back at this, you can see Uzi uses the final bullet on the rifle there, swaps over to Gravitum.
So he's slowing them, and now that he's marked, he can actually activate his gravity gun to root if he wanted. He's very low on health, though, so watch that. The mark had worn off, so the spell doesn't actually do anything as Clid is able to get the kill into the final hook. And get the second.
While it appears that we have read up on Aphelios, I don't think Uzi is there yet. He didn't immediately try to activate the snare when he had 2 targets marked, but he is figuring out as he goes. And you can see him starting to swap through guns a little bit more as the game goes on. So we're going to kind of get to watch Uzi learn the champ live and in person, which I actually think is pretty cool. At first I was like, wow, is he so big brain that he's only using the rifle because he wants a specific 2 sets of guns? But now I think he just wasn't swapping because he wasn't sure.
I can also see at level 1, the incentive to swap guns is extremely low because at level 2, you get each gun's ability. And that's when you really want to be able to swap because each gun ability has its own cooldown. So what you would want to do in an ideal world is have 1 or 2 guns actually on low ammo, get both of those spells off. When you run out of ammo, you swap to a new gun, which will have a new ability. So in like a super idealistic world, you could get 4 fights. So he's actually low ammo on both guns right now. I see it.
Ghost Nunu does manage to make his way in. Jankos is now going to be in trouble. Burns down to the Ignite as Tian is able to grab that kill. The Chakram is going to be a little bit slower at close range, but Uzi's still going to find that one, or long range rather. He gets a kill pickup. Optimus now in trouble. Kayn grabbing yet another kill. Clid is going to be an absolute monster of the game if he gets an early transform. Chakram now popping off, getting some good damage down. The closer he is, the more damage he's going to do as the Chakram does come back to him. Swaps back to Infernum. That is going to be the flamethrower, and he's doing solid damage on Mikyx. Lays down a tower once again, uses Chakram. Uzi's already insane at this champion.
Yeah. He actually did so much right in that fight. So one thing about the Chakram is it's one of the best weapons to hold in your offhand, because you can basically stack up mini Chakrams by attacking with your other guns, and then when you swap back to Chakram, you'll be doing additional damage. He's dead now.
Yeah.
But it's fine, because he just gave gold to a Nunu.
Really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Tian's going to be happy about that shutdown, has Predator, can continue to look to make an impact across the map. But for now, the advantage is definitely high in the favor of the blue team, because while this looks fantastic, while Jankos going down has to feel satisfying for Mikyx, Uzi's in prime position to turn this one around.
Absolutely. So you can see Gravitum gun, he gets the shot, roots him, immediately switch back to the heal gun, and then after he's done that, he's run out of mana on his gravity gun, so he can switch back to Chakram. That one actually incentivizes you to be closer to the target, because then you'll end up attacking faster. Switches to the flamethrower, gets a shot, can switch back very rapidly, because the longer he's in combat with the other guns, basically the more damage the Chakram is going to end up doing. After getting a few more AoE attacks, switches back to the Chakram, and is able to finish off Mikyx. I know so much more about this champion now than I did 2 days ago.
It has been a joy learning with you, yes. Yeah. And to be honest, that was the fantastic play. Just keeping a couple guns at low ammo. He swapped multiple times in the course of that fight. But Clid now looking to try to turn things around on the bottom side. Jankos' hook going wide, not quite ideal. Uzi has a bit of extra range here with Calibrum, but won't be able to follow up, and this does mean that Doinb should be set to fall. Baker now coming in, can fish for that execute. Gainer damage should be huge. But is just going to back off there. Uzi is stepping over. Level 6 will be coming in shortly for Aphelios. Going to be a big deal. Will amplify his power quite significantly. Baker has to be a little bit careful. Is now moving in, is trying to shred through here. Jankos is going to find the knockup, but Baker will find the kill with the ultimate. As Optimus is now coming down as Ryze. He's going to shred through Doinb in an instant. And just like that, Red Team is back in the game.
Yeah, we could be in for a good one here. Now 7 minutes, someone actually focusing the Drake. So armor MR off of this Mountain Drake. Very important to make sure you're securing these early Drakes. I think a lot of people, when they first read these Drake buffs, thought that they might be weaker than a lot of the old ones, but they end up being fairly high power even early on in the game.
Yeah. Solid to have, and of course, I think how the Rift changes is going to be very interesting to see as well. You know, Blitzcrank obviously going to be happy with a little bit more brush or some few more walls to stand behind, but a lot to be seen. For now, it's interesting because I feel like as non-traditional as Aphelios is as of yet, it feels like a very standard bot lane from the side of blue side. But the Senna Jhin combo, we haven't really, they've been getting smacked so hard, we haven't really seen that kind of synergy come together whatsoever.
Yeah, we did also say Jankos would have the edge. Especially when Mikyx decides to play Jhin support. That's like the extra wrinkle.
Well, it's also just like one of these champions is literally designed to play support or marksman.
Yeah.
And that's the champion that you did not opt to put in, you know, that's, you like Jhin, not a support.
Well, yes. But we haven't seen that much exploration into traditional marksman playing support. Now you can actually build an AD support item.
Okay.
Frostcurrent is a believer in the Hail of Blades support Ashe.
She actually has a lot of different builds. She's a very big fan. The approach velocity is the important thing. Just run them down.
Yeah, of the marksmen that I initially thought could be played as support with this new item, I did think Ashe would be one of them.
Yeah.
I haven't necessarily thought of Jhin that much, but we'll see.
We'll see. Good bit of damage being laid down here for now. Uzi going to step forward.
He wants to get an auto off so he can combo with a root.
Auto is an instant root. Important to note. Clid does have the Shadow Assassin transformation ready. Does not look like he took it, but the Chilling Smite that he randomly used on Mikyx did give it to him. So he might, oh no, he does have it. He's grabbed it. The icon on the map, not changed.
Okay, so it looks like Uzi has Chakram as well as Heal Gun, so we'd want to swap to the Heal Gun if
he actually just can't get away from Kayn at this point. Oh, the flash out will prepare him to safety. If he has Chilling Smite, he can instantly use the ult, but no Umbral Trespass will come in. Uzi just warning off. He has laid down the tower. And that might give him, it's not going to give him any more chakrams, but will do a little bit of damage as well as clear the way about a bit.
Yeah, so basically the tower shoots whatever gun would have been in your offhand.
Yeah.
So he put down the tower, and since Flamethrower is in his offhand, it shot Flamethrower bolts, basically. Yeah, Uzi might be the one that carries this game. He's got a huge advantage in the bottom lane, as per usual.
Par for the course for Uzi.
Yeah.
I'm so far underwhelmed by the Shadow Assassin Kayn. That initial showing wasn't great. Did immediately force a flash, though, so.
Yeah, Flamethrower shoves the lane super quick. He's about to run out of mana on Chakram, so he's back to his first gun, Sniper Rifle. Easy to siege with that, with the 100 extra range. So now you can see blue gun as well, Flamethrower, green gun, Sniper Rifle. Learning the colors. I thought it would be beneficial. It's very beneficial. I feel like I know what Aphelios is actually doing now.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, so he ran out in front of him as well. So what he can do is with Calibrum, so when he swaps guns, he can use the Q active, which is a long-range skill shot, which will mark the target.
Yep.
He can then immediately auto-attack the target with Calibrum still equipped as his primary weapon.
Yeah.
Because once they're marked, you immediately hit at any range with the offhand weapon, and then he can swap, and from any range, after hitting that Q, root, which is huge for a gank setup for a character, especially like the Shadow Assassin Kayn.
I hope people that are listening can follow this, because I always wonder.
Well, because we've also created an insular community of
exactly. When learning a champion, sometimes it's when people really nerd out on something and you have no familiarity whatsoever. The people in the conversation are really on board, but the people that don't know anything about it, this Clid is just demolishing people.
Yeah, huge movement speed there, of course, on the Shadow Step, especially once you swapped over to Shadow Assassin. Can't
spin
the ult inside Faker. Will not get the healing, though. This is important. Unlike the Ross, but Doinb there to body block for Clid. No mana for Clid. He should be forced out here shortly. But it looks like he wants to pay a little bit of attention to the top side, and we'll back off. No, I feel you, because the thing for me is, I've been learning to play Yasuo because I'm a bad person, and he's really fun bot lane. And trying to engage with the Yasuo community very much feels like that. Doinb now in trouble, though. We'll just get cut down. I think overstays his welcome. Jankos may have baited him in there, because this is definitely not in his favor. Mikyx was already in the mid lane. And I don't think Jankos is going to be able to get from this one.
Just look at how much support Jhin is offering.
Look at that. Is that support? That looks like damage to me, but we'll call it support.
Yeah, the trap slowed him a little bit. Anyway, Uzi gets first turret.
He's going to be in trouble here, though, because that Nunu snowball is going to connect.
Oh, support root?
Now connects. And they are going to be able to take him out. Solid play. Clid now coming in, tries to one-shot, but of course, the second you miss that Blaze Reach, you are not going to get anything else done on Shadow Assassin.
Oh, this is an ambitious teleport from Lulu.
Do you think we can speed him up, though?
Yeah, he wants Clid to go off. This ultless Clid.
Can't be slowed. Ops use the Shadow Step, can jump over with the Blast Cone. No
get him.
Animation lock. If he manages to get the Blade's Reach out again, will he be able to get back inside? CoreJJ is down. Well played by Clid. Goes for the wall, denies vision. Tian just goes right over. Mikyx grabs the kill. A little bit more support Jhin action for you. The flash in. Oh, yeah. Easy finish for Faker. He comes into the fight. But Doinb actually just staying on the edge of the range here. Jankos is going to be the sacrificial Blitzcrank. Doinb might just be next on the menu, sadly for him, as he has to go back the way he came. Whimsy should be up soon, but instead we're gonna go visit the top lane. Doinb somehow managed to make it out of that one. It looks like he had to use Flash to get over the wall, and Faker not able to find the kill as Tian is gonna give his life for that one. A bit too cheeky as Uzi grabs the kill with the chakra.
We're gonna see if the unreleased Aphelios can outcarry Faker's Garen. That's the storyline we're going with in this game. I also do like how Clid has been taken away from Faker and Tian has been taken away from Doinb in this game. Although natural causes have separated Clid and Faker, if you've been following the offseason news, Clid has left SKT. But in terms of who they played with recently in this last World Championship, switching it up.
Which is respectable, because I think if we came into a full 5v5 and we just left intact the jungle support duos that had played together for an entire year.
You just smash.
Yeah, they would probably, I would hope, for their sake, dominate the state of the map. Uzi, interestingly, has both of the guns with a lot of utility, good AoE, as well as slow.
Yep. Purple is slow, blue is fire.
Yeah, so if you use fire, the fire active, the little close range flamethrower, you can hit everyone with the slowy gun and make that a giant AoE snare.
Yes.
So, theoretically very strong.
Gravity gun is another very good gun to keep in your offhand,
yeah.
Just because being able to switch to it to use the slow ability gives you a lot of utility. It'll be interesting to see how when Faker gets on top of him, how well the Lulu can help heal that, because he will have some good DPS by the end of the game.
Absolutely. Clid, though, now stepping forward. Blade Reach comes out, won't connect. You put the extra range there. Jankos and the rest of the team are going to be breaking down the tower, not scared of the Predator Nunu whatsoever, as they do see the mark above their heads.
The Predator Protobelt Nunu. He started off Cinderhulk. You knew when he had the Predator instead of the Aftershock, he was already going for something funny. You thought maybe it's normal when he goes Cinderhulk. But then he got a few kills and decided to...
I frankly love it. Oh, this is very ambitious for Clid. He does not have enough damage solo. He is
I
going
think
to
Faker
get
can just win this.
And Clid's going to be forced to ult inside, but will be doing so at low health. So the second he comes out, he should just die to Faker. Yeah, that's how it's going to go.
Next.
That is not Ross that's moving through. And
Next.
Faker might be able to take Jankos. Everyone's coming together to keep this Faker train rolling. We're not even going to keep our eyes on bot lane. We already know what's going to happen. But Mikyx has managed to take down Uzi as Goku. Dashing forward. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, while we were watching mid lane, it has happened. Faker has killed Jankos. Bot side and Tian, despite the Protobelt, will still only find the 1-3-1.
Oh boy. Faker coming in hot.
Yeah.
So that was a 1.5 v3.
Yeah, and well, here's the thing too. We said this is the storyline you set up, and I love it. Who can carry harder, Uzi or Faker? The difference is the burden of learning is on Uzi, because I'll tell you, even if both these players were first timing the champion, I have a sneaking suspicion that Faker would figure out Garen just a little bit faster.
What makes you say that?
Many people use different adjectives to describe Garen. Some would say brain dead. I prefer linear. Linear.
Okay.
You know, you go, you run at them. They try to hit you, you push your W. They don't try to hit you, you push your Q and/or your E.
I'm a glass half full kind of guy. I'll get to why Garen can be complex later. In terms of this one, Uzi's just out of position from the mist as the Senna Jhin ends up getting the pick. And then Goku is just kind of trapped behind his turret.
Yeah. Ooh, and interestingly, Mikyx opting to go for everyone's new favorite item, and the Sanguine Blade.
Sanguine Blade Jhin.
It's if
so
enemy
the
is
attack
isolated,
speed
gives you a D.
Will give him a D, yeah.
And I guess his plan is to only ever kill people who are alone, which kind of adds up.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
So wait, here's my question for you actually.
Okay.
For all the Jhin players out there. If he ults sufficiently far enough away from any potential enemy champion, would he get the buff?
Yes.
So in theory, he's boosted his ult damage from long range. That's the only guaranteed impact of that.
Yes, if he sits really far back, he won't be near enemy champions, and it'll count.
Bam. It's big brain, kind of.
Yeah.
In that one situation.
That's all he's going to do.
Yeah. That's solid.
So Garen.
Yeah, okay.
To be a good Garen player.
Sure.
It's about calculating the fight before it happens.
Sure.
Because once you're there.
Someone just died.
Yes. Once you're there, Like, Faker needs to know if he's going to win this fight before he goes in.
He seems to think that he is. He's continuing to go forward. He's going to get 1 kill, but then immediately just gets dissected by the Shadow Assassin there. Uzi fires out a bit of damage. We'll try to use the ult Severum. Opts to use the Severum ulta, which is
a heal.
Healing.
Yeah.
And Mikyx is now pretty much doomed despite Clid missing. No, Mikyx going to make it out of that one, but the Senna ult not going to connect either, and now just coming in and clean it up. Quick double kill for him.
Yeah. Heal ult not good for a full health person since it really does just heal out the first person hits. Everything else Uzi did there was good.
Yeah.
Faker, not a good Garen fight.
No.
Because he didn't judge whether or not he would win before it happened.
So here's my question, though. Doesn't every champion in the game have to judge whether or not they win a fight before it happens?
Yes, but some champions...
Uzi's going to kill Tian real quick, I think.
Yeah, I think
if he swaps in Qs, swap...
Well, he's got Doinb here with him.
For now,
Gravity gun.
Still alive. He needs to back it up. Flamethrower's there. Faker wants to try to make his way into this one. Shutdown is there. Faker will pay the iron price.
Yeah, they're going to keep pushing because they also have a Lucian. So Garen, and your question of all champions you need to know, yes, but some champions have more variability within the fights. So like in a Kali or Relia fight.
Like champions with skill shots that could miss or hit those skill shots.
Yeah, so in a Kali or Relia fight, a lot of times you can know that like, oh, these 7 spells have to land / be dodged in order to win this fight. So you're making more decisions within the battle. Faker doesn't have as many decisions within the battle. So he's like, you know what? I can kill Goku.
Yeah.
But he was wrong. So that made it a bad fight.
There you go.
I'm stretching you.
And if you wonder why you should stay in school and take math seriously, it's for moments like that. Jankos took math seriously, knew he could one-shot Mikyx there. Well done, Jankos.
Yeah, Uzi's getting pretty fed as well. You can see the goal difference throughout the game staying close. You also have even Drakes as Cloud is about to come up.
Yeah. And important things to note, obviously you can see the beautiful gold graph presented by MasterCard. A bit of a shift back and forth this game, but you do have a Ryze on the top side for Optimus. He is continuing to scale, has been notably absent from a lot of these fights. As Faker just jumps into the middle of the team and begins to shred. Conqueror is proccing, Faker is spinning, but it is too little too late. Kayn in the midst of the entire team will find the kill, even as Nunu tries to snowball away, but as the ulti is down, it makes him easy pickings, and Uzi is on the hunt. Doinb can just speed him up.
Get your souls, CoreJJ, it's worth it!
He has Infernum. I think we need a second icon to show what his secondary gun is.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. For Spectator, that would be really nice.
Yeah. Okay,
he missed
trying
his
to throw out Caliber, trying to get something done. So he has Chakram and Infernum. He can do a lot of damage just off to swap to the lifesteal gun, though. That was a lot of quick swaps. And will go down as Mikyx uses the power of, say it with me, Sanguine Blade. That's right. Sanguine Blade support, Jhin. Coming to a solo game, Q game you probably wanted to dodge near you.
Yeah, but once you realize he hits the Sanguine Blade power spike,
he's unstoppable.
That's all you've been waiting.
He went from like 139 to 4511. So I'd say success in the mid game for Mikyx.
Yeah, I really want to see damage dealt to champions after this game, because that's how we will judge the success of the support Jhin or Uzi's Aphelios.
Yeah. So I think that one of the things that we asked a lot was like, what were people playing? What were people building on this guy? PvE/playtest was successful. Yeah. And we heard Essence Reaver was good. We heard IE was good. And Runaan's is the one that I think everyone at home should know about because there's a lot of really positive Runaan's interactions in Aphelios' kit. It works with Infernum, the flamethrower, meaning your giant AoE will hit 3 different people and sprout into even bigger, more AoE AoE. I don't believe the damage stacks. It still only will hit a single target, but darn, fantastic.
I just knew that the Hurricane could apply more like marks for the slow.
Yeah, which is huge.
Yeah.
Because then it's if you hit 3 people with a single auto attack, it's immediately a 3-person snare on an auto attack.
Yeah, it's a lot. I don't think Uzi knows that. I mean, Bloodthirster can still be really good if he's trying to snowball.
Yeah, and that's a quick kill pickup. Can't do that one on old Kayn, old Kanye West himself. All right, big damage going to be coming down. Uzi's going to try to pick up that hill. Has used the ultimate. Now
he is
trying to
healing.
fight back. Doinb healing him up. This is going to be all too easy, but no, still gets finished off, and that's the power of support Jhin once again. Getting the damage down when it matters most, and Doinb's going to have to run for the hill, but he will get finished off in the end by Tian himself.
Mikyx only has 900 gold less than CoreJJ from the kills he's been able to pick up.
Yeah.
And if he really wanted to, he could be stealing some CS before hitting the 3 CS per minute limit.
Does the 3 CS per minute limit go away once your item is fully completed?
No. It's a rolling counter, though.
Oh.
So if you hit minion penalty, you just got to cool down for a bit, and then you can go get more CS later. This looks like Baron.
It absolutely will be. Goku maybe could go for the hero steal, but I imagine it'd be quite difficult. As there's a Nunu with both Consume and Smite available. But no, will be his in the end.
Kayn got in there fast.
He did. Absolutely wanted to. He's going to immediately flash
Jankos
on the way
going.
out.
Let's get him.
He has huge movement speed here. Blast
their
Cone.
team.
He should have Shadow Step up again in about 2 seconds. The forward will manage to connect, and that's the quick kill pickup. Solid synergy from the blue team now. Tian runs to the hill. Doinb coming in over the walls. It's Mikyx. Support Jhin in the backside with the Sanguine Blade, but it is simply not enough for the body blocking from Jankos. Jankos shutting down his own teammate. His CoreJJ has to run for his life because that is the Shadow Assassin Kayn, and all of blue team is here. But lo and behold, who but the carry of red team to turn this around? Faker in the midst of the fight. He'll get knocked up. The tenacity will not
get in there, Faker.
much. And Uzi is now on the way in as well. Good blade reach connects. Mikyx incredibly slow. 4-shot will hit. Give him a bit more movement speed. Zoom him out to safety. But the chakram are out. The healing is out from Severum as well.
Stop doing the heal alt, Uzi.
It does give him extra chakram.
Yes.
This is the only time I will agree. I actually am kidding. It's never.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's bad.
If he threw the gravity gun ult, it's a 99% AoE slow, which he can then activate. Oh, he didn't have it?
Because he had Severum turned to the gravity gun. So he had chakram, and he had the chakram ult still would have been better, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. Not ideal. He thought maybe he could finish it off. But now he has gravity gun, so if Mikyx walks up, he should just die.
Yep.
I feel like rapid fire cannon has to be better than like
Bloodthirst. No, Bloodthirst is good.
Race.
Oh, well, Mickey's dead.
Bye, Mikyx. Kayn.
Yeah, Clid's gonna have some fun this game, I think.
Yeah.
The low cooldown of jumping into walls on blue Kayn is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite changes ever, because up until that point, it was pretty much hard trolling to go blue Kayn. He was strictly worse, but now he's actually pretty dang good. 8-second cooldown before CDR. You get it down to about 5-6, so there you go. Bye. He has blue buff too, so you actually can't do anything here.
Can you imagine if the Nexus laser didn't go behind the fountain? He could just loop all the way around the enemy team's fountain.
I'm so glad that it does, and I know that because I've tested it. And now, I mean, they're pushing in, they're breaking the inhibitors. This is a solid play for blue team, and Faker, sadly, has been a little bit MIA. He has not opted for a tankier build after the Triforce. He was a bit vulnerable, but he could just try to get in the act.
Oh, he is in.
He's going to start to spin. That's so much Garen damage. Jankos taken out in the blink of an eye, and Uzi will find the Infernal. Fat AoE coming down, but now with the flamethrower and the heal, he doesn't really have a good follow-up to chase. Goku, a relatively quiet player in this game so far, mostly off on his own, farming the side lane. I want to see what this guy is going to do.
This is the closest game of All-Star.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's 300 gold different, 1 Drake different, completely even in kills. Crit scale and champs on both sides. One's Garen, one's Aphelios.
It's true. And the Ryze, too, is eventually going to be a big deal. I like that Optimus has gone for the Doinb Ryze special with soon-to-be Righteous Glory against Doinb. That feels poetic.
Yep.
And also respect to Doinb for just going full support Lulu.
He's like mega support Lulu.
He is here to make sure that Uzi and Goku can get it done. Oh, Optimus, though, is going to have to struggle a little bit here. The survivability with that Umbral Trespass can make things a lot harder for Optimus to find a kill. And Nunu not going to be able to curve the snowball. CoreJJ coming over the wall should be able to find the kill on Goku. Faker has been caught out and left on his lonesome, however. Will go golden. Of course, the Sterix gauge already procced, and that means he will go down. Uzi with the chakram equipped, has the flamethrower as well. That's a lot of potential damage for anyone who is grouped up. CoreJJ and Mikyx getting closer and closer together, but the Blade's reach is going to be doing so much. Doinb very low. 4-shot still held for Mikyx. Won't be able to find the kill. Retreat now comes out. The snare will land on Uzi, but Jankos is still hunting, waiting for someone to isolate themselves. Mikyx is playing with fire here by stepping forward, but they both manage to miss the hook. Clid wants to walk in. Mikyx will get taken down. CoreJJ is just next on the list. The double kill will go down for Clid.
Nice chase down there from blue team.
Yeah.
I have a fun fact about Kayn.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't think I'd have the time to explain this.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it over this replay.
Sure.
Armor and MR are more important to build against Kayn than basically any other champion in the game because of the way blue Kayn passive works. So right now, the passive reads for the first 3 seconds in champion combat, deal 37% of all damage dealt to champions as bonus magic damage. Now, the reason that's important is it is damage dealt to champions as bonus magic damage. So imagine the situation where you have armor, it means you deal less damage, which then means you deal less magic damage, which is also affected by MR. So it's a design choice that was made way back in the day for blue Kayn to be really bad against tanks, but extra effective against squishies. And because other champions don't really have damage calcs that work that way, he's kind of unique here. So for people who aren't building Arm and MR, like blue Kayn needs to go for them, and he should basically actually be ignoring tanks. It's one of the only champions where it's like, why are you hitting the tank is super true, because he really doesn't do that much damage to them, but will one-shot squishies.
And Goku here, on the other hand, is just going to find himself one shot if he doesn't get out, but Clid now stepping in has to be careful because Optimus is actually quite tanky.
Yeah.
Now Kayn, with a decent amount of lethality, can add a bit more damage to the pool as we see a fight breaking out. Faker incredibly low, but the flash forward means a shutdown, and now Mikyx is going to be raining down onto Doinb. Everyone else is completely and totally out of range, but the Nunu Proto Belt may just be enough for Tian to find this one. Doinb sadly not quite fast, maybe fast enough? He has to race the snowball.
Snowball. Race the snowball.
It's going to be the biggest snowball ever.
How fast are you, Lulu? Where's your speed?
Hook around the corner! He's got him. He's got him. It's Tokyo Drift. Tian, no.
Keep chasing.
Has to keep chasing.
Turn
you have
around.
to win the fight. It's an honorable battle. Tian, you can't walk away like that.
He's walking away.
Doinb just typed in the chat, 1v1 question mark?
Doinb considering his choices as well, going more and more supportive. Zeke's on the way.
Ooh, Clid waiting over the wall, though. Shadow Assassin, if you time it right, actually does an incredibly large amount of damage in a single combo to Baron.
Back in the wall. Come on, get in there and steal it.
Got a few more seconds.
Fight.
Faker now walking forward, just wants to isolate Goku. Goku will go down. Faker doesn't even get a chance to hit him. 4K on Baron. They're keeping at least, just dropping. All eyes on Clid. Can he find the steal up against the Nunu? But he can't do it because Mikyx there. They're going to grab it. Red side gets the shutdown onto Kayn. Mikyx trying to get Doinb, but a clean sidestep.
Pull. I was like, what is Jankos going to do here? Really?
And the two supports.
We've seen this before, actually, where blue team ran down red team after Baron. This time it's not to be because Uzi's not close enough. They might try.
They can make it
Faker
really fast.
could kill him.
Jankos is going to bait. They're all invisible. Jankos is going to pull Mikyx over the wall and instantly take him out.
Yes, flamethrower.
That's so much damage. Aphelios, the chakram now coming in. He should be able to clean up this fight instantly. Aphelios looking so strong. What's his other gun? He needs to swap shortly. Keeping the chakram stacked up, though. That's going to be a triple kill. He just wants to run him down. But he's locked up now into the tower. Doinb keeping him alive and healthy. Uzi not swapping gun yet. He opts to go to the flamethrower, but it's a little bit too late and will get taken down. His core is now here to turn it around. Doinb.
Run!
Gonna be a bit more damage. Goku coming over the wall. That's the culling. Doinb wants to finish this one off. The delayed snare will be a bit extra. The ulti coming out to finish the job. CoreJJ gets him back.
Here comes Clid.
You're dead.
He's traversed. He has traversed the map at high speed to return for this winning cleanup.
There are a few things in the world that feel better than home guarding out of base with Youmu's and Shadow Step on a blue Kayn.
Oh, it's awesome. When we get to this replay, I want you to pay attention to Aphelios' ultimate. So the way it works is he basically has just like a line skill shot that explodes depending on the gun he has equipped. So if he has the blue one, the flamethrower equipped, it will AoE in a circle the people in the range, but basically if there's two people next to each other, it'll double hit both of them.
Yeah.
If there's three people, it'll triple hit them all. So the more clumped up you are, it's almost like a brand in the sense that it just really blows up. Yeah. And that's what we saw in that fight that nearly allowed Uzi to kill everyone.
Yeah, it's so cool, actually.
Yeah. Or I just explained it. We don't even need the replay.
You could,
saw it the first time.
That's also fine. Yeah, so ulti marks everyone hit by the ulti, does a bit of damage, and then they all get hit by instant auto attacks from his primary weapon.
If you really want to replay, scrub back on YouTube or go to Twitch videos. It's like a live VOD being created all the time. Just go back, watch it again.
There you go.
Someone could have clipped it. It's probably on Twitter.
Jatt's replay request will be the name of the Twitch clip from some kind soul.
I mean, we got action coming up soon.
Yeah, I'm sad that Uzi has not opted to build Runes.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought.
I mean, he obviously has opted for more survivability, which is fine. He has both the Phantom Dancer and the Bloodthirster. That is going to make it a lot more difficult for Faker to one-shot him, especially with a Lulu and a Blitzcrank ready to protect him. There are a total of, it would appear, 5 support items purely to be dedicated to Uzi in this game.
Faker decided to split push.
I respect that.
He's calculated the fights and realized he's not effective.
See, even when Faker, when you give up on your team in solo queue, just know that even Faker can do it too. You know, goes to a side.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not even giving up. Sometimes it's just the right strategic call. Although, aligning on a strategic vision in solo queue is one of the hardest things to do in the world.
Yeah. I would say the amount of times that I've tried to convince a like 9-0 split pusher to just come team fight because we're so far ahead as long as they're present, I don't think it's worked a single time. I don't think I've ever convinced that person to do it. They earned their advantages in the 1v1 and they will stay in the 1v1 until they die.
Then 2 people come to kill him. It's like, why didn't you 3 before?
Yeah, why couldn't you do that? It's like, well,
I mean,
we have a 5K gold lead, but given that you're 10K up on your lane opponent, we're actually at a deficit when you're not there, buddy.
It's hard to align. one of the halves is usually right, but it varies.
So true. And I wonder if it appears that blue team is all aligned for now. And it appears that both teams are aligned, and the agreed upon duel is full 5v5.
Clid's going for Mikyx!
Realm Warp coming in. Uzi just actually going to get deleted right as the fight starts, and that's Faker making the clutch call to turn this one around because red team is barreling down the mid lane. It's Clid on the back side, but he can't do anything to these tanky members. Goku just has to run for the hills.
Damn.
That was a clean fight for red team.
Faker closed the gap onto Uzi right there. Mikyx isolated himself because he wanted to activate his Sanguine Blade and then just got murdered by the flanking Kayn.
My new excuse for when I die in a side lane with Sanguine Blade is like, guys, I'm just trying to get value out of my items. Like, I don't know what you want from me. You want me to group? It's just, I'm just throwing money away.
Maximizing my efficiency, guys.
And that comes the Nunu alt channel. Decent amount of AP. Actually, not really. Just from the Protobell at that point, but Doinb is going to get slowly but surely cut down here. The silence still sticking around. Faker, no ult to finish him off, and Goku trying to cut him down, but Faker getting a lot more tanky as the minutes have gone on, buying a ton of armor for an almost exclusively AD threat team because the Lulu has opted for very little actual magic damage outside of the Athene's AP and the additional bonus AP that it provides.
Yeah, and the ult CDR is going to be getting really low on the side of blue, especially if they're able to get the soul. That'll be 3... then they'll get the Cloud Soul as well and just get a bunch of move speed on their already low ultimate CDRs.
And the thing is especially for Lulu, it's super important, and especially for blue Kayn, because that ultimate is pretty much everything.
Yeah, 41-second cooldown now.
Yeah.
Lulu's is down to 26.4.
So literally at any time, Uzi's death timer will be bigger than that ult. He should be...
Yeah, I mean, the ultimate persists for a while. Yeah, it persists for 7 seconds, and then it's back 19 seconds after that. So you can just use it as a sustain tool, because it actually gives you bonus health.
Yeah.
And then when you lose your max health, you keep the bonus health that it granted. So if someone's low, and you're pushing lane, just like ult them.
Nice. Well, it looks like they're just going to try to burst this one down. Jankos is creating a bit of space for the team. Realm Warp should bring at least one member in. Actually, no one's going to opt to take.
Fight time.
4K on Baron. Nunu is going to get pulled from this team. Not quite the target that you prefer to take, but here comes Mikyx on the backside. Tian incredibly low. A decent amount of damage laid down. Uzi now trying to finish him off. Has opted for the max range auto attack. Optimus will get shut down as well, and Uzi's now on the hunt. He has the Chakram. He has the Infernum as well, and Faker wants to turn this one back. Uzi flash over the wall. Face first into Faker himself. He wants to spin. He wants to win, and he's going to do it. It's perfect. Doinb walks to his death, and Faker gets everything he could want. And now it's him versus Clid, but he managed to ghost up and walk away on the red team. The healing coming in from CoreJJ. Even as an 80 carry, he is a support.
I loved Uzi flashing over Faker, and then Faker just conveniently kills both Doinb and Uzi with one
He doesn't even
spin.
mean to kill Doinb. Doinb's just like in the midst of it.
He's following.
Collateral damage.
Oh, that was sweet. Baron's still up, by the way.
I think they can get it. They can definitely get it. Faker does a lot of damage.
Yeah, watching this one more time, I mean, Uzi is doing a bunch of damage in this one. Has the just long-range sniper rifle, the green one right now. You can see he actually got a long shot onto Tian early on in that fight. Ammo running low, though, so he's going to want to use that spell before swapping to the next gun.
The best part is he didn't even realize he marked Tian. You saw halfway through the fight he realized he had hit Tian and could auto him at infinite range.
Yeah. Anyway, Faker laying in wait. Hello. He's just there.
And he does not look that squishy, but the second you see Faker hit, it becomes very clear.
I still don't know how I feel about Garen being this strong.
No, it's not a great feeling to be run down by a Garen. You do feel very, very helpless. And they're going to grab that kill onto Jankos. 13 deaths for Jankos. Mikyx currently winning in the who can die less contest.
Clid's going to try for steal number 3. And then we're going to see Uzi chase them down in the top lane for the 3rd time.
Missed so many times. He can't just leap over the wall, but no, it is not going to
AoE.
happen. Once again, somebody who's not a jungler manages to get a Baron. Uzi, though, doing big damage. He's still safe in the back line, actually.
Faker
has opted to slow him down, but yeah, that's going to be just about it. Tian waiting there. Mikyx trying to get another cheeky shot off, and Uzi does just get deleted. Goku trying to outplay Faker, but Faker just walking at him as expected. He knew. He did the math.
Tactics.
Right, like you said he would, Jatt.
Instead of running away from the opponent, Faker realized he could run towards.
Perfect calculation. That is Garen mastery right there.
Yeah, that's what I say. Faker proving it. And this could be game with the mid inhibitor already broken and CoreJJ alive. Doinb is typing no in all chat, and this is a real strategy.
Yeah. He also
sometimes that
flash
makes the back
timers in
away.
all chat too, so like that.
He did 38-40 mid, 41-10 AD.
He's diligent for both sides.
Yeah.
Let's let them know when they're flashing. Clid on the backside should be able to one-shot Mikyx.
They're not listening to Doinb.
They want to end the game.
Yeah. GG.
Not having it. Well played.
Yep.
Red team turning it around. After Uzi got so incredibly fed, it was Faker who held the line, turned that one back in their team's favor.
Winner is the all-pro red team. Faker's Garen
Yeah.
was the MVP. I think CoreJJ's supportive marksman play with some good ultimates was also important. But ultimately, it was about biding time
Yep.
and going in for the right spins.
Things I enjoyed about this game felt like the top laners didn't exist. Very solo queue relatable. Tian's Nunu, wonderful. Finally got to see some more Kayn on stage. And additionally, the small battle between Mikyx and Jankos, where I feel like Jankos hit a lot of skill shots and thus won the challenge with Mikyx. But I was surprised that once the first item came through from Mikyx, support Jhin looked decent.
Yeah, 15K gold on the support Jhin.
Oh, here, you stay on
with
that.
12, 12, and 9.
Let me see if I can get some posts.
I don't think you can.
Can I try? I'm going to try to get some posts.
Okay, you can try.
Folks.
We'll see if they happen eventually. There'll be a way. Like
it's fine.
Usually, like LoL esports stats tweets those things out eventually as well. I also felt like we understood Aphelios a lot more.
I don't know if we helped anyone else understand it more, but
I would like to know.
I would like
to know if the color-coded guns helped.
Yeah. So this is green.
Yeah, green is long range. White is ramping damage if it's in your offhand. Red is healing.
Yep.
Yeah. Predator Nunu is fast.
Yep.
Support Jhin stays far away as long as he has Sanguine Blade. Blue Kayn, bad against tanks, good against squishies. You know what's really important for memory?
What?
Refreshing what you've learned within a short time frame.
Okay.
And once you've done that a few times, then it actually sticks in your memory. So it's like you go to a class, if you take notes and then check your notes that night, that's actually the most important thing, rather than checking your notes like 4 days later, in which case you're learning it again.
Huh.
So, or even just being able to do it quickly after class, you're going to remember so much more. Anyway.
So what you're saying is you should go back in an hour and rewatch this game to help solidify what you learned about this champion.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, blue means flamethrower. Green means sniper rifle. Red means heal. Purple means slow. Then you've just memorized Aphelios. And it's not that complicated. As long as you do it like 3 times.
It's actually so complicated. We keep saying it's not that complicated, but it's actually so hard to like optimize and to figure out. Can you mash your buttons and do damage? Yes. Can you optimize it? That is much more difficult. And here, I'm going to be honest. I feel like perhaps Rost would have been better this game. But I understand. Blue Assassin for most people is the more fun one.
Yeah, it is just better because, like, what is your goal? Is your goal
you go fast
to win the world championship, or is the goal to have fun and go fast?
You go fast.
Yeah.
You go real fast.